Put the picture higher up. Put the picture like. Also make the picture much smaller. There's all this dead space. You don't need all this dead space to demonstrate the awesomeness of your project. You can make a much smaller picture. But for GUI stuff, pictures are nice. So I'm glad you included one, but I had to scroll to find it. So extremely simple, modern looking windows. Nah, not modern looking. But this is like instead of saying modern looking windows, you should show me the window. It's better to show it. I mean, you're doing it, but it's hidden down here. Using the electron dependency easy window will allow you to create a clean and slick looking window with no work at all. Well, there's work. Why do you need a web server? What is this for? Create window port. Huh? So I gotta. These numbers have to be the same, I guess. What if this port is taken? What do I do? Can I only create one window? Can I create multiple windows for the same port? If I want to have windows with different content, do I create multiple? Do I have to create new ports and then create new windows for those ports? If you go through the code, the window is just rendering from localhost. Well, does that mean that other applications can see the windows and interact with it? How secure is it? How are you guaranteeing that only this thing can see the page and not some other thing running on the machine? Because I assume this is a TCP port. Well, TCP ports are shared, meaning like if a machine has multiple users running stuff, then any user can connect to a different user service through localhost. There's no security preventing different users on the same machine from seeing each other's servers. So this seems like a security nightmare. So, if this is supposed to be easy to use, like, you don't explain how to install npm, you don't explain what a project workspace is. Can I start using Easy Window from scratch? So if I just do this, does it work? I guess it's doing something. Since when can you spam npm's output? So how do you make it more secure? How do you make it more secure? You don't use a TCP socket? You don't bind to local hosts? you can make a Unix domain socket. On Windows, you could. I mean, Windows does have Unix domain sockets, but those are pretty new. I wouldn't rely on it. You could use a file. You can create a file, and a temporary file, and use that. But then you have to read that stuff. Found 4 vulnerabilities. Okay, I installed it and it said found 4 vulnerabilities. That's bad. It could be because I'm on an outdated NPM. I don't know. I ain't touching that. Okay, I did that. Next, follow the example given below to render a page of content. Okay. Index.js. Oops. Okay, and then index.html. Index.html. Okay. To run the project, type electron dot. Electron dot. Well, I don't have electron. Oops. Hey, it actually worked. Neat. Except, this is black on gray, which doesn't look like your example. You have white on gray. So, that's weird. But it seems like it works. That's pretty cool. I wasn't expecting it to work. I can't resize it. Oh, I can. Oh, it's really janky when resizing. Why can't I resize from this corner? Can I do it with other apps? So with other apps, I can resize from the top left. Why can't I do it with this? That's weird. So I don't know how you get Electron on your path, but I had to look in node modules. Can I do npm Electron? So I guess the first step is install npm. The second step is to run this command. Then you do this to create your file, and then you type node modules bin electron. But I mean, this is better than most projects, so kudos for that. You explained it pretty well. All I had to know really was I need to install npm and I need to find electron in your node modules. npx will loof for modules in bin. npx. Doesn't work. I don't know what npx is, but it doesn't work. Unless you meant just like npx electron. Oh, that works. So yeah, maybe you can suggest running npx electron dot. Anyway, so I'm concerned about the security thing. I'm also a bit concerned about when I installed it, it said there's danger afoot. That's scary. 3 high severity vulnerabilities. So again, that could be npm being out of date. I don't know. That's a crap ton of tags. What does this have to do with backend? What? And what does this have to do with JavaScript? I mean, like, npm is basically all JavaScript. You don't need to mention that. Dependencies. Express handlebars? Why do you need that? What, WS and Windows? Start server and create window. Window and WS. I don't know what WS means. Seems weird. Oh, WebSockets? Is that what WS means? But it's not a WebSocket, is it? I don't know. But where's your handlebars nonsense? Is it here? Why are you using handlebars? That doesn't... Is it just to concatenate the string? Really? Do not touch. Why don't you use an iframe here so that they can't screw up the close button and stuff? Or maybe that's a bad idea to use an iframe, I don't know. The overall advice I would give is make it so that Windows doesn't run on localhost and change the installation. Well, I'm not saying change the installation. I think your instructions are pretty good. Maybe tweak them a little bit, like using npx as a J recommended. But other than that, your instructions are pretty good for installing. What's this image, Guy Ross? You're in danger. What's wrong? Use npm audit. Well, WebSocket, I don't know why you're calling this WebSocket. It's really web server. But I don't even know I have... Oh, you have a web server because... Like, this can just be... You can put these files on disk and then... I mean, it could just be one file if you put the CSS inside of the HTML file. But... Like, if you use a plain file, then you don't need Express, you don't need Express handlebars, you probably don't need some of this other crap. And you can remove the security vulnerability that you have. And make the thing easier to use, because I don't need to figure out what ports I can use, you know. When you're when I was talking about the vulnerabilities. Well, I don't think I'm in danger, but sure. Can't audit a project without a package JSON. NPM is top quality software. You don't have a web server, you're not royalit. I don't know what you're saying, blah. I know you were joking, Guy Ross. I'm just killer of jokes.